Welcome to Social Aloe Ministries, where we are committed to glorifying God while exposing the devil. The Lord reminded me today that growing up, I didn't grow up on a farm, but we had animals, one of which was a goat. And I had to take the goat out and tie it to a tree so it could eat on vegetation. But I'd never take the goat to the same spot 2 days in a row. Because once a goat eats down to a certain point, basically there's nothing left for it to feed on. So I had to keep on rotating it. There are many people who are in churches. They've been getting fed for a while, but the place they're in can no longer sustain them. But out of some misplaced loyalty, they won't even go to another church or even receive things from another minister. Even if the Lord, who is our shepherd, wants the person to move away from that church, if only for a season. And there's some pastors who are very territorial. They consider people in the churches as their sheep, as opposed to the Lord's sheep. And as a shepherd, the shepherd can move the sheep anywhere he pleases. When I had that goat, I could move it anywhere I pleased, where it needed to get fed. Maybe in some cases, there was a lush environment, but maybe the goat needed a different type of grass or a different type of vegetation during that time. And it was up to me to choose what the goat was going to eat. So the thing is the Lord your shepherd, or is your pastor? Are you so attached to a church that you can't go somewhere else and learn from another? Since the Lord called me to the ministry, I have had many teachers. And believe it, some of them I haven't even met, but they've taught me a great deal. But they always came to a point where it's like, it's not to say that I've learned everything that I can from the person, but it's got a feeling, a knowing from the Lord that it's time to make a transition, because there are other things that He wants to teach me. A lot of ministers won't like what I'm saying, because I am encouraging you to let the Lord be your shepherd. And if He wants to move you across the street to another church, because that minister has what you need to learn for this season to prepare you for the next, then so be it. Because one of the things you may notice is a lot of times ministers kind of have a set message. So almost for the duration of their ministry, they will keep on preaching, in a sense, the same message. Some preach about prosperity, the prosperity gospel. Others, the feel-good gospel. Others, the true gospel. And there are things that can be gleaned from everyone. Because I mentioned about, I've had many teachers. Some have been absolutely awful. And the reason why the Lord had me associate with those individuals was to show me what He doesn't want me to be like. So again, let the Lord be your shepherd, and let Him guide you to your pastures, your pastors. Just a little food for thought. And for those ministers who are territorial, in John 21, when the Lord reinstated Peter, He told him to feed His sheep. Yes, pastors do have a protective role to ensure that people don't get misled. But if they're feeding the sheep correctly, feeding the sheep with the true gospel, they shouldn't have to worry about the sheep going astray. And oftentimes when the Lord is trying to move someone from one church to another, He intends on bringing new people in. But the pastor wants to hold on to to everyone that he or she has. Either the Lord is going to be your shepherd or he's not. God bless you.